things that I left unsaid.
Hello everyone, this is FantasyEsque and welcome back to Vampire Amazon with the Salazar Coven. When we left off in the previous episode, our alchemist, Lady Rose Alcandrica, was getting used to her role as a fully fledged alchemist, now as a young adult. Part of that, of course, was getting a whole bit more confident about herself, and even going to the extent of insulting the queen herself, which I don't think is gonna end well, especially if nobody stops her or the queen changes her own mind on spellcasters. As we know, the vampires have been looking down on them for a long time now. But guys, today we are with the Salazar army once more. Going to have a look at who has performed well, who has not, who remains commander, and who goes. But apart from that, we also have finally invited the alchemists for the males. So we have Rose's half-brother Dwight Alcandrica, the firstborn of Lady Melina, arrive over here at the Salazar army to take his place as the army alchemist. So we should be getting into all those fun things with the boys in this episode. Right, without too much more chatter, let's jump into it and have a look. I've got this on pause, and I'm scared to put it on play, largely because two of the boys that I can see, I think, Peyton and who else? Major, look at their vampiric energies. So flippin' low. So flippin' low. So if that goes any lower, they could practically catch on fire and die, which we don't want, because I'm fairly sure we still want children out of Peyton and Major. Right, okay, well, guys, let's go ahead and pull up the performance sheet and see what we have over here. So it seems as though Jamie, once more, is keeping his position as commander with 478 points. So he has done really well. I think 3 or 4 times now he's managed to keep his position. I've got Antonio really close behind him. And under that, Benson, and I mean, hey, there's a huge gap between Benson and Antonio, actually, between 2nd and 3rd. So I think Jamie's going to be fine for a bit, unless Antonio decides to overtake him. Also, if you don't know what the red shields on the performance sheets are, they're basically all the males genetically eligible to become commander. So if they don't have a red shield next to them, it doesn't matter how far up the list they are, they'll never get the position of commander. Because you need to have vampiric eyes and ears to get leadership. That's just a Salazar thing, right? And then the one, unsurprisingly, who is going to go back into reserve is Branson Devilzar with 84 points. I mean, we kind of already knew in the previous time we played with these boys because he wasn't putting much effort into anything. But I thought he would turn things around. Doesn't seem as though that's the case, which is kind of good for Major, otherwise he would be the one to get kicked into the reserve. So I think Major's happy that he's got his Devilzar lackeys down there, kind of going ahead and being really lazy in the army, which, hey, isn't a good thing, but I don't know if they care. So we have that going on. Branson, I'm really hoping that you can turn yourself around at some stage. I know you guys really want Morgana's genes to be passed on somehow through her sons, but guys, look at this. These boys are so useless. They don't even care to do anything. At least Benson, who is the father of the princesses, at least he was doing pretty good. He was commander the first time around, and even if he's not commander, he's 3rd right now on the list. So I think he's putting a lot of effort into this. Whereas the Devilzar boys, they're always at the bottom. Ever since we've started this whole reserve thing, it's always one of the Devilzar boys being swapped out for the reserve. So I really don't know how to feel about these guys. I know you love their mother and their bloodline, but at the same time, is it really worth breeding them? And who would we breed them with? Who do we want to, potentially have kids who turn out like their fathers? I really don't know. But it seems as though Branson is going to be swapped out with his brother Arnold. And of course, this is Dwight for those of you who have not met him before. Close up, Dwight Alcandrica. He is dressed pretty much in white, I think, for most of his outfits, because I've decided that in the army, green is the color of the army and white is the color of the alchemist. So there we go. Our vampire ladies don't operate like this, but I like my slight color coding with the army. And if we go to his outfits, you'll see that he has largely white things. So there we go. He's got some other colors here and there, but they're largely white. Largely white. There we go. So those are his outfits. But he's going to be in his little alchemist uniform here. And obviously, first things first, after we get Arnold swapped out with Branson, we're going to be heading over to the training facility to train the boys for half the episode, about 10 minutes, and then we'll come back here and they can recover, rest up, while we get Dwight over here working on his potions. And also probably gathering ingredients around Oasis Springs if possible. So guys, I'll be back in a second. Okay, it's 11 a.m. on Friday. We are back with everyone who we need over at the training facility. Arnold already has a field assignment, and the thing about field assignments is you won't get your skills up. So unfortunately, he's about to leave, and it seems as though, yeah, he's going to be out probably for the entire time we're here. Which means unless he picks up some skills over at the barracks, he's really not going to be able to do his best. And what are these two doing? No, no, no. Come back inside. You, my boy, will burn to death pretty soon if you don't stop that. But we need to get things started like we usually do. We need the commander to give his speech for the day to address his troops. So, Jamie, let's go ahead. Look at Major. He's dressed in a different color as well. I'm pretty sure everyone has that color, though. The army's coded a bit odd. They normally wear green, but I'm pretty sure I've given them red with some other outfits. Let me just check. What colors do I have for them? Do they really have red? Oh, I guess the army color is red. And we've got bits of white here and there. That is fascinating. So the army color is red. I don't know why I've given them green over here, but seems as though red and green. Oh well, that's fine with me. But Dwight has acquired the logic skill. The skill? Yes, the skill. Well, Dwight, you don't have to be here. I'm sending Dwight home, because really, he doesn't have to train with these boys. He's doing other things. And he'll never be swapped out. He's not part of, like, you know, these guys directly, so he doesn't have to worry about that. And look at that. Benson is listening to Jamie to a certain extent. It looks like Emmanuel is listening as well. Antonio doesn't seem as though he wants to be. He's not listening, is he? Wendell's trying his best. Oh, Benson and Wendell are talking about romance? I see that. Now, Peyton has pretty much been converted by Major, it seems. And Wendell sticks quite close to Major as well, I've noticed. So that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, Emmanuel has to go to a field assignment as well, so there's one less person listening to you. He was the only one, I think, actually listening to Jamie, which sucks. But hey, Jamie's gonna try his best to do good by his troops. Okay, right, Emmanuel's off to a field assignment, and oof, their energies are very low indeed. So these guys could potentially just cook and die. I guess that's one of the risks. And if they do die, guys, if I can't help it, like if I can't stop it, of course I'll try to stop it, but if I can't, then oh well. I guess if you're in the military, it makes sense, right? Death is a harsh reality, but it is a reality nonetheless, and a possibility, very likely one. If these guys are either out on field assignments or patrolling the area, the training grounds, they could die from the sun. So yeah, it's pretty dangerous, but it's viable. And good to know that Jamie's getting his skills up, of course, as a commander. Whenever he gives a speech, he's also getting some points up here. Antonio looks like he's already decided before the commander speech is over. And wow, Major's listening to for the first time. I am impressed, I will say. Impressed or more concerned? What is he planning? But Antonio's over here already working on his logic skills, so that's awesome. I think Antonio, oh yeah, Antonio really wants, maybe Antonio's really passionate, he wants to become commander. Not because he has anything against the current one, but obviously if you can become a commander, you should be striving to. So I think that's pretty cool that he's trying his best to get his skills up. He is super close to Jamie. If he can keep trying with his assortment of skills, then he could take over in like the next time we jump in with the boys. But Jamie gave a successful speech. That's good. Look at that. Now Jamie is going to go especially train Antonio. So they're going to train together in these skills, and we'll have to see what Major and the other boys decide to get up to. Primarily, I am looking at Major because he is a very low, like, he could become eligible for Commander because he has all the genetic markers to take leadership, but he just got off on the wrong foot with his brother Jamie, and then he hasn't really made an effort to gain skills. It's like he's all talk and no walk, which sucks and I don't entirely approve of. So Major, really, you should kind of pick up your game. Even Wendell's doing better than you. I'm pretty sure Wendell is the youngest brother out of all of these guys. Actually, I don't know. It could be Jamie. Who's the youngest? Tell me if you guys know, but I have a feeling that it's Major, Wendell, and then Jamie. Yeah, I think it's Major, Wendell, and Jamie. Because Jamie is Athena's twin. Athena was born after the others. She was the last pregnancy, so Jamie's the youngest. Wow, look at that. The oldest brother is picking against the youngest brother, and Wendell looks the youngest, I feel like. Do you guys get that vibe as well? Wendell, to me, looks like the youngest brother, but he's not. He's the middle brother. Jamie's the older one, Jamie's the younger one, and Major's the older one. So, wow, would you look at that? So much drama between the boys. And you guys, nobody really is getting the skills up apart from Antonio and Jamie. Is no one motivated? Really? Guys, come on, you have to be motivated to do something. Look at how many facilities I have everywhere. Even go make rounds at the pool. You should do that, if nothing else. I like to think over here that Jamie's probably teaching Antonio a bunch of things over here, giving him some private training lessons. Because I think, yeah, Jamie as a commander sees potential in Antonio. So obviously he's going to want to encourage whatever it is they have, because it's all about becoming stronger. And I don't think Jamie's the type of person who's going to covet, like, his position of power. He's earned that position of power because of his training and the skills he's acquired, and because he works really hard and respects his responsibility in the army. But I don't think he would covet it and make it so that Antonio can never surpass him. I think if he sees potential, he's going to try and train Antonio to make things better. His relationship with his brother, though, I don't see it improving very much. They have quite low energy, and getting them to... You know what? Let's get Major. Okay, I normally don't do this, but I'm going to get everyone over here to do some dark meditation. Because I'm worried that if they decide to go out, they're all going to cook to death. Because they were cooking to death before they came inside. So everyone that I can encourage, everyone's going to take a turn doing some dark meditation. And really, now that I think about it, this should be part of their training. The very first thing they should do, actually, is some dark meditation. And Benson, I am so sorry to kill your vibe over here of swimming, but you need to do some dark meditation as well. So let's get him out of this. Look at that. Everyone's doing dark meditation. I feel like this should be one of the first things I get everyone to do. For safety. For safety. So they need to have energy reserves because that's what protects them from the sun. And then if they want, they can go ahead and work on other skills and do other things. Yep, dark meditation. And see, there we go. Now Major and Peyton and stuff, they're a little bit more protected. And oh look, Peyton's going to use one of these things. The combat machines. This is the first time I'm actually seeing someone from the army use these. And I did put them down so the boys could get their skills up in combat. So it's nice to see Peyton's paying a bit more attention to that. That's good to see. And Peyton's also someone who's eligible to become commander. And he's about to get sent on a field assignment pretty soon. Doesn't seem as though he's wanting to work on anything much. Peyton, that was barely anything. Look, your brother Benson's about to head off and do that too. So that's good. Benson, I'm proud of you. You guys are working. Now yeah, the Dentalopa brothers, if I had to go by bloodline, like who's been working hard in terms of bloodline, I think the Nox bloodline is definitely a hardworking one. But also, the Dentalopas, they've been doing quite well. Devil's All is terrible. But also, guys, have you noticed, like, when we looked at the performance sheet, Jamie and Antonio were the ones right at the top. And who are the twins that were born in the previous season? Jamie and Antonio. They were twins to two females in the coven. So, I don't know what it is about that. Do you think these guys are getting some sort of advantage because their sisters were born as a result of devil magic, so they kind of have some of that in them, which is making them more advanced in these things than the other males? I don't know. Do you guys feel that? I think that's an interesting thing to consider, because Jamie definitely has devil magic in him. Maybe that's why he's able to stay on top of everything so much, because his sister was born as a result of devil magic. Now, Nymphadora was born with the residue, so residual devil magic. So her brother is also born with residual devil magic. They have slightly less than the queen does, but they have remnants of it in them somewhere because they were born in the aftermath of that whole thing. So, I don't know. But guys, let's send them back to the... Jamie, I know you're swimming, but you can actually return. So we'll send them back to the barracks. Yep, everyone we have with us. Let's go to the barracks. Looks as though Arnold has returned from his field assignment, but look at that. Instead of joining us at the training facility, he's gone back to the barracks. Of course he has. But I'm quite excited to check up on Dwight and see what he's doing. His needs don't look too good, so I don't know what that's about. But let's head back to the barracks, and then we'll see what everyone wants to get up to. Obviously, I won't be able to get everything done, but I'll try my best. We might focus a little bit more on Dwight, just because I want to get some potions done, unless he's tired. If he's tired, then I guess we'll have to work with the vampires. But otherwise, it would be nice to go ahead and play him for a little bit. So let's see what he gets up to. Okay, all the boys. Let's go there. Everyone, please, please, go inside. I'm sending everyone inside, and then if they want to walk around and do their own thing, if they want to burn to death, that's up to them. But I'm going to just send them inside so that no one can say that I didn't try keeping them out. There we go. Oh, Jamie has reached fitness level 3. Well, that's pretty good. Looks like Emmanuel got more loot from his field assignment than Arnold did. Arnold, do you do anything well? Just saying. Just saying. Okay, I'll let the boys do what they want. And Dwight, don't know if he's made many friends, but he wants to chat, or he needs some social. You know what? The boys normally don't need food because they're vampires, but you do. So why don't you go serve some dinner? Go make some... Ooh, dumplings sound good. Make some grilled cheese. Go make some grilled cheese. So he's going to make some dinner, because he is hungry, of course, and he needs to feed himself. So we'll stick around with Dwight a little bit while he does this. It's a nice kitchen, but nobody uses it. So it's a good thing we have an alchemist, because now someone can actually use the kitchen. But obviously there's a door over here by the kitchen that's locked, because that leads up to the roof, which is supposed to be Dwight's workshop as well as his room. Unless it's raining, which is why we have a tent outside, so that if the weather's harsh, then he can go ahead and sleep in the tent. But otherwise, normally, he's always going to sleep upstairs, which is cool. I mean, in all honesty, I'll leave it. I was going to say I could have made like a little small room at least where he sleeps, but no, I'm kind of happy with the way things look over there, and I don't want to change too much. But let's see, he's going to lay these out, and looks like he's talking to Emmanuel. Really, Dwight? That's not the best person to be chatting with. But let's put these in the fridge. But I guess it's okay. If that's who you have to chat with, that's who you have to chat with. Emmanuel's evil, so he's kind of a dangerous one to be next to. But Dwight, in terms of his traits, he is a bookworm, self-assured, materialistic. And he's got an ancient bloodline. That's pretty cool. Ah. That is so fascinating. You know why? Because it must be something he got from his father as well. Because his younger sister, Rose, she has weak bloodline, I think. But Dwight has ancient bloodline. So it must be because of their fathers. Something must be going on with that. So half-sister, his father is Evan Ernest. And Rose's father was TitusEsque. Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe Dwight's father had a bit more magic in him. But, oh well. And I know some of you are saying I should mate Rose with Dwight, but yeah, you forgot that they're actually related. So they are half siblings, and that would not be good. If they were cousins, I would think about it, but not the way things are going right now. That would not be good at all. But I like Dwight's traits. I feel as though this tells me that he's confident in his abilities and skills and what he can do in the military. Obviously, a bit materialistic because, you know, he has to fund all of the potions that he makes and whatever else. So, from that point of view, I like to think that he is looking for the males to go out on field assignments and actually bring back some loot for them. So that's pretty cool. And that's actually a good thing that they have jobs, aka field assignments they go out on and bring back pay, aka loot, because how else are we going to fund the barracks and the military? You know, so that's actually a good system, which I didn't plan. It just ended up happening, but now that it has, I'm kind of glad because it's working out quite well. But it seems as though he's getting along quite well with, he's getting along quite well with Emmanuel. And has he met everyone? It seems as though he has, because he did come in when Branson was here, and then obviously now he's met Arnold, so that's pretty good. He knows everyone. So whoever cycles in and out, they'll be familiar with the new alchemist at least. So that's super cool. And we haven't called Ursula anything yet because I haven't gone through the whims for these folks, and I don't know what they want, or if they want to get training from her just yet. Let's get him to use the bathroom, and then we'll get him to get started on some experimentation. Because obviously he needs to experiment before he can actually make or cook up anything. So he's going to be working on these things. As for the others, yeah, so Jamie, he does have access to elite training. So he has access to Ursula. He just hasn't gone ahead and called her yet because nobody has told him that they would like some vampiric training. So as commander, Jamie is in charge of making sure that whoever requires or wants elite training, they can get access to that, because Jamie over here is the communication between Ursula, their general, and them. So now that that's kind of been pushed out of the way, is he dreaming about unicorns? Wow, well, Jamie, you sure are unique. It's good to know that some of these boys are getting their energy reserves up. And oh, you have to really stop. Go use the toilet. And then you need to go experiment. And look, Benson's actually working on his skills, so that's really good. Is something? No. Yeah. I thought something was being an issue, but it's not, I think. It looks like it's spilling water everywhere, but I don't think it is. Can you not get in? What's blocking? Is it the flowers? Are the flowers blocking? I'm going to assume the flowers are blocking, and I'm going to take them out and put them out here. Flowers. I'll put the flowers here, and hopefully that stops the blocking. Let's go try now. There we go. It was the flowers. No? What's blocking now? Go inside. Is something wrong with the toilet? What's wrong with the toilet? Oh. Because of a sprinkler? Oh, that's odd. Okay, so there was a sprinkler there. I don't know why. So he couldn't reach the toilet. Well, the sprinkler's gone, so you can use that comfortably now. Oh, that's odd. I think there was a little fountain sprinkler there for no reason. I thought it was one of those toilets that, like from City Living or something. But it's the vampiric one, so I was a bit confused. Okay, well, now you can go up and experiment into the night. It's actually a great time to do that. What do you mean you can't experiment? Wait, what's wrong? You have access to the door, do you not? I gave you access to the door. Allow access to Dwight. And then let's come up. Don't cook mac and cheese. You need to come up and experiment. Can you do that? There we go. How did he not have access? I don't know. For some reason, he lost access to the doors. Maybe I locked it for everyone. And oh yeah, because I hadn't moved him in, so I didn't give him access to that section. That's fine. Well, now he has access, so he can go ahead and do what he needs to. It is quite dark, but that's fine. You might even invest in having like a light or a lantern or something up here. That'd be nice. So, ooh, look at this. He's experimenting. How good. You know what? Let's try something. I'm going to get BB move objects on. And then I want to go find the hanging lanterns that we've used for birthdays in previous seasons. So if I go to lighting, because what I want to do, guys, I want to actually make a little something. If you go all the way, where do we normally have them? Is it here? No, it's in outdoor lights. There we go. I want one of these ones, and I actually want to lay it out around here somehow. Like, I think that would be really nice. Or even these ones. That'd be pretty cool. We have the simpler one we could do as well. Should I use this one? Well, it seems pretty cool. Ooh, that looks fun. Like blue and green. I do like that quite a bit. So let's stick some blue and green around here and see how that's going to work out. So over here, I think. And where should I do this? I should probably do this all the way. See, I'm worried that's going to serve as a bit of a problem. Yeah, it's going to be slightly problematic. So let's just do it right through the middle of our cauldron. We'll do it right through the middle of our cauldron. And hopefully that works out well enough for us. Okay, and then off to this side. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? That looks kind of pretty. I like that. Let me know what you guys think. I could go ahead and put like a different source somewhere else. Like standing lanterns. Or I could put like these things. These things. Even like these ones. Because they look pretty cute. Actually, I could do that. That would work out better. So you know what? Let's get rid of these ones. And I'll pop the... Ooh, red, yellow. So many options. Hold on a second. Black. Do we have anything with a black base? We have a dark base. I don't know if we have a black base. Yeah, we have the red wood. We don't have the... That makes things a little bit tougher. Let's try the red wood. But I think the yellow one was a bit better. So you know what? Let's go back to night. I'm so sorry. It's taking me a while, but this is just really fun. And then I'll swap it out. There we go. Pop one there. Pop one there. And hopefully that doesn't interfere with anything because it's right on the edge. Do I not have money? Okay, well, it seems as though, guys, we've run out of moolah. So we're going to have to wait for more to be brought from field assignments before we're able to get any more done. But doesn't that look cool? I'm actually really happy with that. I think that looks super fun. And now that I think about it, we could also probably put lanterns on the edge here to make it even more built up. And you know what? I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So as we get more money, instead of putting the lanterns like right in the middle, how I originally planned, because that's going to take up a lot of space, I think what I'll do once I get another one of these lights on this side, like up here, I'm probably going to put lanterns between them. But I'll put it like on the edge so that it doesn't interfere with the routing we have going on the rooftop. Let me know what you guys think about that idea, but I think it'll be really fun just to have a bunch of lights up here. It'll make it seem more like oh look, potion of good fortune. which is good because that, I think, gets your skills up, and these guys really need help with their skills. So Dwight's going to keep going, but wouldn't that be fun? I think that would be so much fun, because then it could actually look like this place has been warded off by some magic, and it's being protected by some magic and whatever else. And, yeah, enchantments and whatever else. I think that'll be so cool. Have the lights be a representation of the enchantments that cover this area. Ooh, I am looking forward to that for sure. For sure, guys. Are you done with your experimentation, though? He's getting a little bit tired, but I think he's going to keep working for a little bit more. But guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.